Hello friends, welcome back to the NCERT sessions. In this video, I am going to explain chapter 4 of class 8 NCERT Geography. Title of the chapter is Agriculture. So let's get started. ఇక్కడ మనం చూస్తే గనుక we have the word agriculture which is derived from Latin words ager or agri meaning soil and culture meaning cultivation. Next we have some definitions. Agriculture, the science and art of cultivation on the soil, raising crops and rearing livestock. It is also called as farming. Next we have sericulture, commercial rearing of silkworms. It may be supplemented with the income of the farmer. Next we have pisciculture, breeding of fish in specially constructed tanks and ponds. This is called pisciculture. Next we have viticulture. This is cultivation of grapes. Next we have horticulture, growing vegetables, flowers and fruits for commercial use. Next we have farm system. For this, inputs may include machinery, seeds, chemicals, etc. For the processes we have plowing, sowing, spraying, and the outputs are the crops. Next we have physical inputs like sunshine, rainfall, temperature, soil, slope, etc. Next we have human inputs like storage, labor, machinery, chemicals, etc. Next we have organic farming here. In this type of farming, organic manure and natural pesticides are used instead of chemicals. No genetic modification is done to increase the yield of the crop. Next we have types of farmings. There are two main types of farmings. One is subsistence farming and the other is commercial farming. Let's see the subsistence farming. In this type of farming, the needs of the farmer's family is met. Low levels of technology and household labor are used in order to produce on small input. So in intensive subsistence agriculture, the farmer cultivates a small plot of land using simple tools and more labor. Rice is the main crop. Other crops include wheat, maize, pulses and oilseeds. Intensive subsistence agriculture is prevalent in thickly populated areas of the monsoon regions of South, Southeast and East Asia. Next we have primitive subsistence agriculture. This includes shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. Shifting cultivation is practiced in the thickly forested areas of Amazon basin, tropical Africa, parts of Southeast Asia and Northeast India. These are the areas of heavy rainfall and quick regeneration of vegetation. Here, a plot of land is cleared by felling the trees and burning them. The ashes are then mixed with the soil and crops like maize, yam, potatoes and cassava are grown. After the soil loses its fertility, the land is abandoned and the cultivator moves to a new plot. Shifting cultivation is also known as slash and burn agriculture. This shifting cultivation is known by different names in different parts of the world. It is called as jumming in Northeast India, milpa in Mexico, roca in Brazil, ladang in Malaysia. Next we have nomadic herding. It is practiced in semi-arid and arid regions of Sahara, Central Asia and some parts of India like Rajasthan and Jammu and Kashmir. In this type of farming, herdsmen move from place to place with their animals for fodder and water along defined routes. Sheep, camel, yak and goats are the most commonly reared. Next we have commercial farming. In commercial farming, crops are grown and animals are reared for sale in the market. The area is cultivated and amount of capital used is large. Most of the work is done by machines. Commercial farming includes commercial grain farming, mixed farming and plantation agriculture. So in commercial farming, crops are grown for commercial purpose. Wheat and maize are commonly commercially grown grains. So major areas where this type of farming is practiced is temperate grasslands of North America, Europe and Asia. These are sparsely populated with large farms spreading over hundreds of hectares. only single crop can be grown because of the severe winters which restrict the growing season. Next we have mixed farming. In this type of farming, the land is used for growing food and fodder crops and rearing livestock. It is practiced in Europe, Eastern USA, Argentina, Southeast Australia, New Zealand and South Africa. Next we have plantations. These are the type of commercial farming where single crop of tea, coffee, sugarcane, cashew, rubber, banana or coconut are grown. Large amount of labor and capital is required. Major plantations are found in tropical regions of the world. Rubber in Malaysia, coffee in Brazil, tea in India and Sri Lanka are some examples. Let's see the major crops. So crops also supply raw materials for agro-based industries. Major food crops are wheat, rice, maize and millets. Jute and cotton are fiber crops. Important beverage crops are tea and coffee. Let's see them one by one. Rice, as we all know, is a major food crop of the world. It is a staple diet of the tropical and subtropical region. Rice needs high temperature and high humidity and rainfall. It grows in alluvial clay soil which retain the water. China leads in the production of rice, followed by India. Japan, Sri Lanka and Egypt also produces rice. In favorable climatic conditions as in West Bengal and Bangladesh, 2 or 3 crops can be grown in a single year. Next we have wheat. Wheat requires moderate temperature and high rainfall during growing season and bright sunshine at the time of harvest. It thrives best in well-drained loamy soil. Wheat is grown extensively in USA, Canada, Argentina, Russia, Ukraine, Australia and in India. In India it is grown in winter. Next we have millets. These are also known as coarse grains and can be grown on less fertile and sandy soils. It is a hardy crop that needs low rainfall and high to moderate and adequate rainfall. Jowar, bajra and ragi are also grown in India. Other countries are Nigeria, China and Niger. Next we have maize. Maize requires moderate temperature, rainfall and lots of sunshine. It needs well-drained fertile soils. Maize is also grown in North America, Brazil, China, Russia, Canada and Mexico other than India. So this maize is also known as corn. Various colorful varieties of maize are found across the world. Next we have cotton. Cotton requires high temperature, light rainfall, 220 frost-free days and bright sunshine for its growth. It grows best on black and alluvial soils. China, USA, India, Pakistan, Brazil and Egypt are the leading producers of the cotton. It is one of the main raw materials for the cotton textile industry. Next we have jute, also known as golden fiber. It grows well on alluvial soils and requires high temperature, heavy rainfall and humid climate. This crop is grown in the tropical areas. India and Bangladesh are the leading producers of jute. Next we have coffee. Coffee requires warm and wet climate and well-drained loamy soil. Hill slopes are more suitable for the growth of this crop. Brazil is the leading producer, followed by Colombia and India. Next we have tea. Tea is a beverage crop grown on plantations. This requires cool climate and well distributed high rainfall throughout the year for the growth of its tender leaves. It also needs well drained loamy soils and gentle slopes. Labor in large number is required to pick the leaves. Kenya, India, China, Sri Lanka are the producers of the best quality of tea in the world. Next we have agricultural development. It refers to the efforts made to increase the farm production in order to meet the growing demand of increasing population. This can be achieved in many ways, such as increasing the cropped area, the number of crops grown, improving irrigation facilities, use of fertilizers and high yielding variety of seeds. Mechanization of agriculture is also another important aspect of agricultural development. The ultimate aim of agricultural development is to increase food security. Agriculture has developed at different places in different parts of the world. Developing countries with large populations usually practice intensive agriculture, where crops are grown on small holdings mostly for subsistence. Larger holdings are more suitable for commercial agriculture, as in USA, Canada and Australia. Food security exists when all people at all times have access to sufficient, safe and nutritious food to meet their dietary needs and food preferences for an active and healthy life. And then we have two case studies, one in India and the other in USA. Just go through once. Okay guys, this is all about chapter 4 of class 8 NCERT Geography. Thank you.